Alright, so this is a 2001 Mazda Protege 1.6 liter engine, replacing the thermostat, which is located right here behind this. Alright, start by taking, you can pull this little, whatever it is, solenoid out of the way, and then there's a little wire here, harness here, pop that out, move this out of the way so that you can get your air box out. Okay, you can remove the battery. Then you're going to take the air box off. So loosen the bolt here and pull this guy out of here, and take this clip off here and pull this connector out, and then take your clips, pop this off, take the cover off, and then you're going to take the bottom air box out by taking a 10 millimeter bolt down here and a 10 millimeter over here. I think that's all. And take the whole air box out of here. You may want to choose to take this box off here as well if you want, but it's not completely needed. But it helps to get in there a little easier. Had to remove the air box, the battery, and now we're going to take, and there's two bolts holding it in, one down below. I'm going to take those off. I'm going to take all these wires out of here, get them out of the way. Also going to drain a little bit of coolant out of the radiator so that it doesn't come gushing out. And that is down underneath. You can kind of see down in there. There's actually you can get down in there. I don't think you can, but anyway, there's the valve to open up to drain out a little bit of coolant down in there. Anyway, so that's where we're at now. We'll work on this step and then we'll get back. Okay, so there is a 12 millimeter bolt and a 12 millimeter nut down at the bottom. I'm hoping that I can actually just knock this loose and pull it out without taking the hose off, and just bring it back out of the way. And gently move all these wires out of the way. We'll see what happens. I'll get back to you. So yeah, so I was able to take that out and just pull the cover back out of the way. You can see the thermostat down in there. And I should be able to get up underneath there and pull the thermostat out. And there's a gasket you'll have to peel off. Hopefully it's, ooh yeah, it's going to be a pain to get off. So you'll have to scrape that gasket off with a little, like a chisel knife. Carefully do it without mauling up and scratching the surface of the engine. But get to that, get it off. And then you'll have to make sure you have a tray underneath the engine to catch the engine oil, coolant that comes out. Because when I pop that out, there's probably going to be more coolant that comes out. So, alright, let me do that. You have to get in there with like a flat chisel blade and carefully scrape off the old gasket. And maybe get up underneath here and scrape, pry it off without scratching things. Pry that all out of there, and then we'll pull the thermostat out. Okay, so actually we had to take this little air box off that's here in the front, right along here, just to get it out of the way so we can get in here with the chisel to scrape this gasket off. You can see it's not easy to get to. So there you have it. Alright, so we got everything cleaned off. We're going to take and put the new thermostat in. Slide it in. Notice this little brass tabby thing that goes at the top. I'll put this in just like that at the top in the slot. Okay, and then the gasket, which I've already peeled the sticky off. But that goes in here. I like that. Alright. Like that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to put the cover back on, but I'll get back to you on that one. Alright. So I got the bottom nut on and just hand tightened in. I'm going to put the top one in. Okay. sure it's all nice and centered, that your gasket isn't pushing out anywhere. Unless this gasket is a little bigger inside. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I'm going to slide it down a little bit actually, if I can. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's all there is to it. Tighten back up. Snug a little bit on each side. And then tighten it down. Probably have a torque to them, but I'm not looking it up. I'm just kind of doing it by feel. Okay, that's it. It's done. So now we're going to reverse everything, put all the wires back in place. This is your temperature sensor wire. Goes back in there. This gray sensor there and a black or a connector. I don't know what they are here. Let's see. They're keyed, so they can only go in one way. That one back in. That one back in. Okay. And alright. So that should do it. We'll get back to you after we get the air box back in place, all that stuff, battery back in place, and we'll get back to you. Okay, we're putting the air box back in place. And we'll put the top back on, put it in place, and that'll be it. Make sure you get all your hoses and everything back in place the way they should be. Okay, so we have everything back together again. We're just putting the battery terminals back on. So once you're all finished, go ahead and fill up your radiator back up. It's 50-50 mix of coolant. And then put 100% coolant down in the coolant reservoir here. Then turn your car on, warm it up, turn the heater on full, and get it all nice and warm. And then look for leaks. You want to come back in here and check down in here for leaks. Make sure you got it good. And if hopefully no leaks, everything is good, and your car is running good after that, then you're done. There you have it.